Good evening and thank you for joining us. Police Commissioner Raymond Siu attended the passing out parade at the Police College today. He stressed the force will strictly enforce Article 23 of the Basic Law once it has been implemented. When asked whether the police will increase its manpower for enforcement purposes, Siu said the information is highly confidential. Timothy Lee has our top story. As the consultation period for Article 23 under the Basic Law has started, Secretary for Security Chris Tang and Secretary for Justice Paul Lam said the government is considering including the public interest defense for the state secrets-related legislation. The moment local football fans have been longing for finally arrived. Argentine legend Lionel Messi appeared in a practice session this afternoon ahead of a full match tomorrow. Messi stepped onto the football pitch at Hong Kong Stadium late afternoon to the delight of thousands of fans. The Inter-Miami player took some light touches to give a glimpse of his talent before the match between his team and the Hong Kong team tomorrow afternoon. Hong Kong's Messi craze continues throughout the day as locals and tourists flock to the Hong Kong Stadium. Organizers reminded fans not to purchase tickets via unofficial channels. Timothy Lee tells us more. Overseas, a campaign of U.S. retaliatory strikes has begun in the Middle East. Long-range bombers were launched from America in a series of punishing strikes against Iranian-backed groups implicated in last weekend's deadly attack on American forces. This report from NBC. The U.S. strikes come against the backdrop of Israel's war with Hamas. America's representative at the United Nations says the country is trying to broker a peace deal. David Garrett reports. And still ahead. Welcome back. The Year of the Dragon is just a week away. Many Hong Kong residents flock to buy flowers today, a Chinese tradition that is seen to bring good luck and fortune to people for the new year. Take a look. Overseas again, Russia had earlier claimed that Ukraine was responsible for the crime of genocide, which was one of the reasons Moscow used to justify its invasion nearly 2 years ago. The United Nations top court said Friday it has jurisdiction to rule on a request by Ukraine for a declaration that Kyiv is not responsible for genocide. Danny Rao tells us more. Argentinian protesters clashed with riot police as a key Javier Milei bill passed through Congress. And many people in East Timor are proud of the export of their country's coffee. Some local coffee farmers recently saw a 4-fold increase in their income thanks to assistance offered by Chinese businesses. Timothy Lee reports. Brazilians don't normally need a special reason to go to the beach, but several took to the sands in Rio to celebrate the goddess of the sea. In the U.S., authorities say a pilot and 2 people on the ground died when a small plane crashed into a Florida mobile home park. To sports, South Korea advanced to the semi-finals of the AFC Asian Cup following a 2-1 comeback victory over Australia after extra time. Russell Westbrook became just the 25th player in NBA history to have scored 25,000 career points as the Los Angeles Clippers put on an offensive show in a 136-125 win over the Detroit Pistons. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.